We're going to talk about changing the thermal paste on an X-Tech Bitaxe Supra, Gamma, or any other device that we've sold, manufactured, with this style of heatsink with the spring pins. This is a brand new Gamma. It's already been through the process, but we'll walk through this. These style of heatsinks are held down with 2 spring pins, okay? So what we do is we take a set of needle nose pliers, try and get in here real quick. We want to grab this spring pin across the spread edge. So you see the 2 ears. We're going to squeeze the ears and we're going to push down just a little bit. We're going to do the same thing on this one. We're going to squeeze the ears together and a slight push. And you hear that click? That means that the pins have passed the locking point. I'm going to unplug the fan. I'm going to leave the fan shroud mounted to the heatsink, and I'm going to push these. I'm going to push these through to release the pins. And what we see is the ASIC and the heatsink. I got a couple of Q-tips here, some isopropyl alcohol. Put a little bit in here. I'm going to clean off the surface of the heatsink. And we just want to try and get all this off. Try and clean this as much best we can here. And a nice clean surface. We're going to do the same thing on the ASIC. Just going to clean off thermal paste and clean up and down the sides. Just using gentle pressure. Nothing real hard. Don't have to scrub very hard. Isopropyl alcohol is going to really help. Okay. Got some MX6 thermal paste from Arctic here. We like this a lot. It does a really good job of transferring heat. And it's affordable when you consider that. So we're going to put a pea-sized dot right in the center of the ASIC. That's all we need. Just that much. I'm going to turn my board. I'm going to realign this with the fan connector up towards the connector up top. I'm going to line up my spring pins. I'm going to hold the center of the fan, and I'm going to push these in. Click, click. We want to make sure that the spring pin tip isn't stuck under the shroud. You got to kind of bend them out a little bit just to make sure they're good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger here on the back side and center of the fan. I'm just going to give it a little squeeze. And what I want is a nice gap, balanced gap across the heatsink and the board. There should be a little bit of gap. It tells me that the heatsink is sitting flush against the ASIC. I'm going to plug it back in, and that's it. You're going to power it up. You're going to check the temperatures, make sure everything's good to go. And that's how you repaste a heatsink on a Bitaxe.